Willis Combs here, and in today's segment we're going to talk about rejection, how to handle it, what to do with it, and how to get past it. And the first thing, let's say you're walking up, you've approached a girl, and you've asked her to get together or asked her for her phone number, and she says no. What do you say? What do? You say, okay, that's cool, I understand, and just walk away. You have to be positive about it. You can't, get down about it. And then the next thing that we usually do is we start feeling really bad about ourselves. We start beating ourselves up over it. And that's the worst thing you can do. You are your own worst critic. And the experts say that the average person talks negatively to themselves 300 times a day. That works out to being negative self-talk about every 2.5 minutes. That's not going to do you any good. And you know what? The bottom line is, at least you did approach this girl, even if you didn't have success. So how do you avoid, being rejected on a regular basis? So when you do get rejected by that girl, rather than go and start beating yourself up about the rejection, look back at your interaction. Think about, where did things go wrong? Where could have things gone wrong? Did I freak her out? Did I weird her out? Did I creep her out? Did I, say something inappropriate? What happened to make her not want to give me her phone number? And provided, if she tells you she has a boyfriend, she very well may. Doesn't mean she can't talk to somebody just because she has a boyfriend. And I also must mention that there are some women in the world that are just outright witches. I don't care who you are, what you have to say, you're not going to get anywhere with them. And when you get rejected by those girls, just leave it, drop it. There's nothing that can be learned from it. You didn't do anything wrong. She's just living in some fantasy world, and just forget about it. But most of the time, you have done something wrong. So look at it, play it back through, and see where you messed up, because I guarantee if you find out and you see where you messed up, I guarantee you won't do it with the next girl. Rejection happens to everyone. Rejection is a part of dating. It happens to everyone and for every reason. And you know what? There's plenty of legitimate times when, rejection is appropriate. Maybe she's got a boyfriend. Maybe she's kind of seeing somebody. Maybe she's going to school full-time and working a job. Maybe she's got 2 jobs. Maybe she has a sick family member. There's a multitude of reasons why legitimate reasons why she may not want to get together. And in those instances, don't worry about it. It may be worth playing the interaction over and see if there's places you can improve. But, you can't pick up every girl. That's just a part of life. And you know what? When you are rejected, it makes those times when you're successful so much better. You feel so much better about yourself. And I promise you, after you have a successful interaction, a successful attempt, it makes every rejection worthwhile. You could go through 100 rejections for that one success. That one success makes it worthwhile. Especially when you meet a girl that you really like and that you really hit it off and you really connect with her, and that success, you'll take a rejection every day of the week for that one success. If you can't handle rejection, then you better just get used to being alone and used to watching other people, be romantic, and, used to self-satisfying yourself, if you understand what I'm saying. The bottom line is, if you do get rejected, it's just one girl. You don't know her. There's another girl that's right around the corner. It doesn't matter. It happens to everyone, and it's a part of dating. And unfortunately, it's that cost that you're going to have to pay in order to meet enough women to find the right one for you. And like I said, those rejections, they're minor setbacks. They're instances where you can learn most of the time. And like I promise you, that success is worth 1,000,000 rejections, especially that success with the right girl. And I want to help you find that right girl. And, I have some other tips to help you avoid most initial rejection. but you do need to be aware it's a part of dating, it's a part of life, and if you can't handle it, you better, invest in some internet porn. And lastly, there's no regret like not trying. So you see this pretty girl and she smiles at you. If you don't go and try and talk to her and try and get her phone number, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret it the rest of that day. You're going to beat yourself up about it. You're going to kick yourself in the butt. Why on earth did I not go and approach this girl? She smiled at me. She was really pretty. I felt like there was something there. If you go and approach her, you can at least say, hey, I tried. At least I tried. At least I'm not regretting not even putting my hat in the ring and trying. So I gotta tell you a story. Somebody that's in my private coaching group, he went out with his dad. They went up to the grocery store and he checked out first. Anyways, he was telling me that the girl in line, they kind of were chatting and, she was cute and she was smiling. Anyway, so he checked out, walked up, and his dad was behind him. He came through and checked out. And the girl, asked his dad, were they related? And his dad said, yes, that's my son. And the cashier's response was, wow, he's cute. So my client was telling me, rather than go back and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, you want to get together sometime? Instead, he left. He felt flattered. But I was telling him, the only other thing she could have done is outright asked you for your phone number and asked you if you wanted to get together. And I told him he needs to go back and talk to her because she's obviously interested in him. But that not doing it, that regret of not pursuing it, is worse than the rejection. With the rejection, at least you tried. And as you get a little bit more familiar with some of the tools I want to teach you, rejection's not going to be a common occurrence. It's going to be a rarity, but it will still happen.